As you can see, of course, the Phoenix not having a username. That's Emuhleet playing on the Phoenix. How do you get yourself out of this one?
Do you ever watch those movies where someone's like, follow me, and they start running, and like everyone who's following them just drops dead, and they're like, wait, where did you?
That's every horror movie.
Honestly,
every single horror movie. Come with me. Oh wait, where did they go? Oh no, the ghost is eating them. Well, Emuhleet might be eating some ghosts too. 4K on the round, almost converting onto that last player, but lineups are starting to come through. But unfortunately, those lineups won't quite work out. Alvz is able to take care of that killjoy. Flash is ready to come through. It's the combination of Alvz and Australis. They're ready to push in from behind while the rest of the team is going to work their way through. Unfortunate check still works out. Knives are good as well. But there's a quick trade. Rain is able to find an upgrade with the judge before being quickly sent back down. Actually, it's just down to Rain. That was another player that got the judge. Ghosts do come through, only able to find one, but Shock Dart's gonna make things even worse. Bow and arrow, mightier than the ghost.
2 kills with a run it back is huge, as you say, because it doesn't end up in any sort of a trade. As soon as that run it back's over, you're back in your original body. Now post-plant positions are set up. And let's see if they can use this omen, use those paranoias. They gotta get onto the site.
Close 50 here for Emuhleet. Finds one and then just crouches underneath, just trying to get safe passage. A quick trade though for Miyara, but Emuhleet says hello. 4K on the round before it's nullified by Miyara. Great smoke shot there. Down to the 1v2. A little bit more doable. But unfortunately, 30 HP in a dream is not going to net you the round. Dignitas finally fight back as they put one. Lockdown. It's going to go down. They're going to plop it down. Hope to push the defense back, which they'll do so successfully. Uh-oh. Getting cooked alive, though. Only the Phoenix can manage to make it through. Down to 83 HP, but Stefanie just trying to play close, just trying to not let them in so that they can get the spike planted. The 50 is a problem. But there's a player that backs right into her. The one and done, she'll take it because she's good for 2. But it's the 2v3 that remains. Shelly is able to at least make things a little bit more competitive. Unfortunately, caught with the bird out. Showliana with 3 on the round just peeks out up on the floor, decides to not go.
Opting not to plant on mid, so on default. The Seekers are going to come out, so that's going to give quite a little bit of information. See if they can trade on it.
Ooh, good alarm bot. Spots out a player coming through. This is going to be a very challenging Sky Flash to come through. It does get a couple of players, but Theia in a little bit of a troublesome spot. Fortunately, Emuhleet's able to at least do some damage on the return end as they funnel through lane. 2v3, all the defense needs to do is just stall. But Showliana, once again from main, does get stuffed from Miyara's upgrade. All Miyara needs to do is save the weapon, A, but also B, let the other attackers die with the spike. I don't think that's going to happen because they're pushing back, but Miyara really wanted to yet. But now they've got the opportunity to use it. That's a little bit of a problem, but there's a Hunter's Fury available for Dig that they can use to try to stop it. Instead, they'll just respect the lockdown. They don't quite care. And the Shock Darts didn't connect onto it either. Lockdown does end up getting destroyed. Kind of quite unsure how, but we'll have to look at that later. Bui finds one, does get traded. Bui with 2, still underneath, and now it's just down to 2 players. One over towards a main, and the other over towards the catwalk. Trying to stop the defense from pushing back. Fuse comes through. Showstopper going to make, or rather, Hunter's Fury rather, going to make that a little bit problematic. Showliana gets a couple of pulses off. Spray, not quite good enough for Shelly. Oh no. It's going to be tough.
Speaking of getting crazy, I'm kind of missing the aggressive pushes from Prism here. They seem to have taken a massive back seat, consistently forced into retakes, and their retakes just have not been as potent.
Well, I mean, they tried one for B main this time, but like it's understandably so. Like they're on an eco, they don't really care that much, you know, whatever. But hold up, wait a second. Unfortunate that the corner wasn't checked. Emuhleet does get taken care of. 2v2. Hold on a second. Now the tags come through. Gravity Well makes it problematic, and they get cooked up alive. Pulled which way in the next? Just down to Bui. And Rain will do just that. Make it rain right onto. Spot out how many players are there. Recon Bolt's going to help with that information, but the Nanoswarm is going to stop them from pushing for the time being. Instead of Showliana being in B main, this time it's Stefanie, and a Showstopper is available as well. Theia's going to find one player just trying to take the stairs, and or Stefanie could participate. Theia finds one player down lane. That is so annoying that you... I'm frustrated for you, bro. Frustrated for you. Still, 5v5, ultimate available. We're seeing that ultimate come through for Emuhleet. She's just trying to get up over and trying to find a little bit of value with the running back. Not quite, though. Australis in a unique position, but it's just 3 picks that come so fast. One after another. Just down to one final player. It's Alvz. And it's a flawless round for Dig. Just great position. We know the post plant's great for them. Just before a potential hour drone to spot out what's going on. Paranoia does come through, and Showliana's in a little bit of trouble. Theia is relatively far away from the rest of the team, considering it's just these two on the site itself. Maybe hoping for some post-plan miracle, but if these players can't quite get the job done, it's going to be a big problem. And Showliana's been doing a great job of just buying time, playing around the generator. One does get traded. There's an Odin just...
No ways.
No ways. That was great, Theia.
And that's why we see very big aggressive pushes, try to get some great value, try to get up in the enemy team's face.
Well, they're doing exactly that as Emuhleet's ready for him. Oh no, right in the thick of things. She still survives for so long just before falling. One player remains in the thick of things herself into the smoke. And not a lot of HP remaining. That's very aggressive, jumping and reloading at the same time. Confidence. Confidence is key. 19 HP for Shelly. This A push is just not really quite working out. I know they didn't really have a lot to work with. A little bit more information saying, okay, cool, there's a couple of players here. They're trying to flash me off. They're trying to push me off. Rain's still alive. Spray's going to be good. Not enough to take care of somebody, though. But they don't have a lot of time. They need to act. Stefanie, ooh, in a little bit of trouble. Plant does go down. 3v5. Miyara spot this player out there connecting, but not quite. He finds another on the way on the return. The last player standing. Very well done from Prism. Dignitas really kind of struggled to hold on to the defense at the A side, primarily because the Killjoy wasn't quite nearby with a lot of those annoyances to get into the site.
Theia was trying to create a little bit of a lurk wraparound, but unfortunately, as is so often wont to happen, it takes a little bit too long to get into position, and now, too many angles. Oh.
Great round from Prism.
Is not taking the bait, pushing out with the run it back here.
Oh, that's huge. Killjoy down. They get the space here. Showliana in a little bit of a tricky situation as Bowie is just on the other side of this door. The smoke was in the way for Showliana to really act onto anything. No charges. Now the smoke is gone. Still the spike, though, not over to beat. Despite, yeah, you got the space. Good for you. But you need to get the spike there, and that's why it's a problem. Stefanie in the courtyard's like, yeah, no way, Jose. I'll take you all down myself. It's just down to Miyara. Very well played from Dignitas to get the read on that. Now they have the spike as well. You even hear the weapon swap from Emuhleet. Miyara's like, I know where you are. And actually finds the frag too, but Stefanie's there looking up above. Spike does get planted. Emuhleet manages to take care of the player, kind of guarding the flank through tiles. Now it's just Prism. They're stuck on the site. They've got no choice but to be here. They've been taken apart from all possible angles. And the fact that a showstopper's coming even now as well somehow survives the bullets from Australis. And the fight continues as they push in just down to Alvz with 2 HP. The bird's not enough, and neither are the frags. Dignitas put themselves at match point.
I am amazed that Dignitas went out that round purely because, like, I saw Showliana lining up the shock darts, and I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. So they'll destroy this. They didn't.
One of the areas of weakness, but still, Emuhleet trying to wrap around back to the tree room. Shelly waits patiently, finds that pick. This is slowly starting to fall apart for Dig, but doable. They find another. Cosmic Divide still possible. They can put it towards the arches. But you've got 2 players on site. They are kind of back over towards Hell, playing below the dice, playing behind in these tight corridors. And now they're being pulled out. Gravity Well going to make them a little bit more regretful of their positioning. And unfortunate for Rain, she's just trying to get to safety. Shot's good for 1. It's down to the 1v2 with Showliana. Looking at too many angles, too many players. A close round.
So gonna try to utilize that. Probably not on this round. This round is, again, one of those, it's pistol round. You just kind of monkey around and get yourself into the next round so that you actually have some economy to play with. But at the very least, they know that they will have an ultimate coming into the next one. So theoretically, they should have a good chance.
Oh, Louis. Oh, wow. The running shots. Great bullets. Even better is Rain coming in from behind. Only good for 1, but Stefanie finds another one on the way out as well. They're at least making this expensive. Emuhleet might find another. The spray,
Ooh.
though, not quite good enough. The Spectre in. Stefanie knows that that is a little bit problematic.
Oh.
Shelly wins the duel. That is huge. But it's still 3v4, meaning anybody's game. Shots good for one. A quick trade, and they'll funnel in onto towards the A site. 2v3. Hunter's Fury is available, and so is the lockdown. What do they do with it? Shots here to the glass.
Spike planted.
Here just trying to wait. Shelly's in a great position. The swing! Oh, that's so good. Now they'll put the lockdown. They don't really have a lot of ways to deal with it. Shock dart's available, but the Hunter's Fury is going to try to flush out the player towards Wine. It's good for one. One player remaining, just trying to stop the Hunter's Fury. What a masterful play from Dignitas. They will defeat Prism 13-7 in a great showing, and will move on, likely as a very high seed for the round of 32.
Oh, that kill from Theia in tree was so